Alright. Let's get this part done and over with. Nothing really much has happened. So let's just get this done and over with. I've had to deal with an annoyance. Started to record this and I kept getting interrupted. So I just decided to restart. Bam. Yeah, no, don't switch. Flamethrower. Yeah, let's speed through that. What else? And this person. Been playing a lot of Pokemon White on, the cartridge instead of an emulator. Because the emulator makes it go so slow. Like so ridiculously slow. Ah, whoa. That does not sound good sped up. Anyways, and the team I had on Pokemon White was not all that, balanced, I should say. I mean, I had a Caracosta, an Imbor, a Litwick, or Chandelure, a Scrafty, and a Scolipede. Not very balanced. One flying, electric, and water Pokemon just could wipe me out. Though, whoa. What is it, Electric and Flying Gym didn't really give me any trouble. Ironic enough, I defeated the, Flying Gym with my Scolipede. That was fun. What the heck? Rah! Keep hitting outside of the box. Annoying. My fail. And thusly, playing Pokemon, I always like to go to Cerebi.net. Before I talk about that, what Lance was talking about was there's 2 passwords, and you gotta find them. And they're really retarded passwords. Do I know the password? Maybe, but no weakling's gonna get it out of me. Oh, good, I'm glad there's no weaklings around here. Besides you. I go to Cerebi.net to, see moves and stats. And all that stuff. What Pokemon I want to get, and their abilities, all that. And I gotta say, there are some strange-ass descriptions on the Pokedex stuff. Which one I have a problem with the Pokedex. I don't know if it does it in this one, but majority of Pokemon games, you're given the Pokemon Dex to fill it out, to complete it, to help with their research, with the professor, whatever professor it is, to help with that professor's research. How is there already information about the Pokemon when we run into it? Obviously, we, the character, would have to create the information on the Pokedex. And the simple fact that Victini in Unova region is number 0, just thought up, just recently. I mean, you have to do the event just to have Victini in your Pokedex, thus making it the first time it's ever been recorded, and it already has an entry in the Pokedex. Just like all the baby Pokemon in this game, like Togepi, already an entry in the Pokedex. That does not make sense. Besides that, I have to say, I'm kind of shocked with the amount of people, Let's Plays and stuff, walkthroughs that I've seen with Pokemon. I think I have to go talk to her again. There's a lot of people that are, like, oh, Team Plasma, yeah, let's liberate Pokemon. Yeah, there's some Pokemon that I think we should liberate. Like a Leafeon. Its description is, it basically does not fight. All it does is photosynthesis. That is all it does. This is the black and white Pokedex. There's obviously other Pokedex entries from other generations and stuff. So yeah. But, like a Pokemon like Tranitar, I swear you can go look this up at Cerebi.net, its description in the black and white Pokedex is, if it rampages, it can smash mountains and bury rivers. Period. Next sentence is, maps must be redrawn. I think we should bottle that. I think we should keep that Pokemon in a ball. Keep it contained. Because you don't need that Pokemon running wild. And the simple fact that maps must be redrawn, not that maps may need to be drawn. No, it's like a law. It's written in stone. It just never made any sense to me. Because, if there's an earthquake, because Pokemon are supposed to be naturally, wild animals, if a bull runs through, no, maybe not a bull, if we're gonna go with the earthquake. If an earthquake happens, we don't redraw maps. So, just thought it was a little weird. And some Pokemon, like nearly all ghost Pokemon, are douches. I've already gone over Pokemon, ghost. It's just, there's actually ghost Pokemon, and then what happens to the dead Pokemon? It's weird. But I really don't like Team Plasma. Because they're a bunch of hypocrites. We want a free Pokemon. You shouldn't have Pokemon in Pokeballs. Throw a Pokeball. They have Pokemon. And on top of that, like right after you beat the first gym, you go to the Dream Yard place, and they're wanting to get Muna, which I think Muna and Marshina should be all shot, because they're all creepy Pokemon, along with that Gothlia, gross. They're gross Pokemon. They all should be shot. And not in a polite way. Like mercifully shot, because they're so ugly and hideous. And who wants them? They're gross. Ugh. Oh, and especially because I started watching the series, and I'll talk about the series in a minute. But the series, I saw the one with Marshina, and it doesn't have this little dream umbilical cord pink thing, it doesn't have that, and it looks uglier. Even though it's umbilical furry, I don't know what it is, but that dream mist thing, without it looks creepy. It looks like a little fetus, but without it looks creepy and ugly. But it's just, you're hypocrites. Free Pokemon, but we're gonna have Pokemon, and then if you've played the game, and if you haven't, well then spoilers, the bad guy, Jetis or Genetis or Genesis, however you want to pronounce his name, and there's no N in there, but Jetis or so. Besides the fact that he looks evil, because he has one red robotic eye. I don't know why people are following him. He's clearly evil. What's another? His whole thing is he wanted to get Pokemon away from trainers so he could have Pokemon and then thus rule the world, blah blah blah. So in the end, they're not really wanting to liberate Pokemon. Their facade, I think that's the right word, is that they want to liberate Pokemon, but not really. But back onto the Muna and Marshina stuff. I don't see why Team Plasma would want Muna or Marshina, besides the fact that they are ugly. All they do is deal with dreams. There's a Pokemon, Beham, that little rock thing that's psychic. It has the ability to affect people's memories. It has magical powers to affect people, to give people amnesia. Why the fuck wouldn't you want that Pokemon? Why don't you go after that Pokemon? Not a Muna Marshina. Just because people have dreams about getting rid of their Pokemon doesn't mean they're gonna actually do it. And I've had dreams about flying and jumping off, and really my dreams are boring, but I don't reenact my dreams. I don't know, their logic is that of a 5-year-old. Oh, Team Anything, I've never liked any of the teams. If I had to pick a team, I would obviously have to go with Team... See, there's Team Rocket that really just wants to steal Pokemon in-game, not the series. I'll get to the series in a minute, because... but in-game, they just want to steal, they want to rule the world, I should say. which is fine, I guess. Not that terribly bad. Go right ahead. You rule the world by stealing people's Pokemon. I mean, they're more like thieves. More organized and not very dangerous group of thieves. Because seriously, I mean, he could easily punch me in the face. All I did was defeat his rat. And he just gave up. I didn't tell you I was gonna be here. I'm a douchebag. My Pokemon. Ugh, you had a fight? You had a fight with Lance. Technically, he's still the Kanto, Jim. You know, he's the champion of the world of this region. You had a fight with him, and we're in here trying to double team Rocket. Your priorities are not in set at all. Anyways, Rob always that one person over there. Ooh, hey, what's this? Team 46. Team 46. What is that team? But to get to my point about Pokemon and stuff, I'm not really for liberating Pokemon, except for those that aren't going to cause us harm or that it's thief. Okay, that that they have a purpose other than destroying mountains and burying rivers and making people forcibly redraw maps. That Pokemon should be contained. I don't care what you say. Yeah, it's this dude. Raticate Tail, Slowpoke Tail, blah blah. Because they're kind of like PETA, you know, animal rights activists. And I am more along the lines of natural selection and all that stuff. Like, you know, humans are on the top of the food chain. I don't know how we got up here, because most of us are retarded. But humans are on the top of the food chain. I'm not going to eat a tree leaves, or grass, just so a cow, which does nothing, except for add to the CO2 problem. They do. But that's not my point. Besides that, I may have wanted to heal. Who are you? How'd you get in this office? It doesn't matter. I'm bringing back Team Rocket. Yeah, in a very sloppy and lazy and stupid way, but whatever. Because me, a 10-year-old, is defeating you. But I'm all for, you know, humans are on the top of the food chain for a reason. And it's not that we're... Because, I mean, humans, even though we're on the top of the food chain, we can die from, like, tigers and bears and lions and stuff if we mess with them, and we don't even have to mess with them. They can just kill us. And I'm afraid of that. But we're on the top of the food chain, and I'm gonna eat a cow or a chicken. However, you know, because they're so good. Now, could I forcibly go out, kill a cow, and slaughter it, drain of its blood, or, you know, do all that disgusting stuff? No. I couldn't. Like, the only animal I could probably kill would be a chicken, and I couldn't just cut its head off. I would have to cut it down the middle. That way I didn't have to see it running around without its head, because that would make me want to throw up and pass out, because I'm very squeamish. You know, manly stuff. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to apologize because, you know, it's natural selection. You know, we have no need for this animal except for food. And stuff like polar bears and pandas. Yeah, they might be cute, but I'm not going to waste money to save them. Because, I mean, they're going to go extinct anyways. I mean, they're just going to go extinct. I don't see why we have to help save it. Now, am I going to go out and shoot and hunt a polar bear or panda? No. Should people go out and just destroy other animals just for the fun of it? No. It's just mean, and I don't know, but either way, I mean, we're humans, you know, we're on the top of the food chain, we have that right. I mean, unless cows start talking, and have, opinions and stuff, well, I'm gonna eat it. And it's just that, I feel no sorrow for the endangered polar bears either. I don't. I mean, they're eating penguins, and penguins are adorable and funny and all that. Just watch Futurama. Yeah. And apparently, I saw like a little thing. I was watching. What was I doing? I think I was watching some YouTuber. There was a commercial for the person before the video started. I think it was about. Maybe it wasn't that, but it was. I saw something called Blooded. It's a new movie documentary that's coming out. Hell Giovanni. Oh, that's a hard password. I could have guessed that. It's a movie that apparently happened. It's apparently a true movie, and I'm basically basing this off of stuff I got from the internet, because it's on the internet. Anything on the internet's right. Apparently back in October, 2005, some hunters were abducted, because that word is funny, were abducted by some animal rights activist group, and then pretty much hunted, which seems very hypocritical, and I really can't stand hypocrites. I just don't understand how people think a cow's life, or whatever, a deer life, is more important than a human's. I might be just rambling on and saying absolutely nothing that's coherent, because it doesn't sound coherent, but my thoughts are all scattered. But anyways, I'm the person that, as long as you're not hurting any other person, that's the key word, person, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want to do. Now, if your hobbies involve skinning people and wearing them, or just killing people and chopping them up because you feel like it, no, you shouldn't do that. That's, you got a disorder there. But if you want to skin a deer and hang it up on your wall, that's your problem. And you can go on and do that. I'm not. Just because I can't do something doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to do it. Just like polygamy. Still don't see how that is, polygamy is against the law. That doesn't make... Because if you know anything, my mom was watching it, it's like sister wives, not really, just people that practice in polygamy. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. No. But it's this man with 4 wives. They all seemed happy. Maybe not all at first, but they all seem happy. And my question is, how does he have enough time to spend with all 4 of them, let alone all the children he has? That's a brave man right there. I personally could not be married to more than just one person, because I only need one person laughing at me in the bedroom. That is my philosophy, and I'm sticking with it. So yeah. I mean, I couldn't do it, but no one's getting hurt in it. I mean, I don't know, I don't understand how people in power, like the government, likes to impose their views on other people. I don't know, I'm just kind of... Just watch George Carlin, a very funny comedian. I think it's like his last 2 stand-ups. It's bad for you, and life is worth... What is it? Life is worth dying or something like that. I can't remember. But it's his last 2 stand-ups, or albums, or whatever. Maybe not his last 2, but... Just watch that. And it just doesn't seem fair that people in power could just tell other people what to do. I don't know. That's my view and stuff. And among other things. Alright, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the Pokemon actual series. And obviously Pokemon is, the anime, if you want to call it. The anime is... Oh, I keep hitting out of the stuff. The anime is geared... Let's put it here. Okay, cool. The anime is put towards, little kids that still play Pokemon. Like, oh, Pokemon Pikachu! I can't stand Pikachu. Excuse me. But it's flawed in so many ways that other animes, other cartoons, even though it is a cartoon, intended for kids, but there's other cartoons that still they have time moving in their series. Pokemon doesn't. Ash he's gone through five different regions. He's gone through Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, or the Orange Islands, Hoenn, Sinnoh, and now Unova. But before Unova, Sinnoh, so 4, right? Kanto, Johto. Yeah, he's gone through 4. He's also gone to the Battle Frontier. Was offered to become a Battle Frontier brain, a Frontier brain. I think that's what it was called. Declined it, obviously. He's been in so many Sinnoh leagues and blah blah blah. His Pikachu's been with him from the beginning. It's probably at level 1000 by now. And if you go watch the episode, he fights that. I don't like Ash. One, that he's only still 10, because apparently each thing he does is only a month. He should be at least 13, 15 or so. Really logically, he should be in his 20s. And raw. The fact that he loses to everybody. Like he doesn't. I mean, he was offered to become a Battle Frontier brain. It's like a gym leader. Maybe even like a more than gym leader, more like a what are they called? An Elite Four person, kind of. Maybe a little bit, weaker than Elite Four, but and then he loses to a person who just starts out Pokemon. Go watch the episode, very first episode or so. I think it's the second or third, where he versus his new rival Trip. Very imaginative name. Excuse me, very imaginative. I could not think of another name. Trip. But Trip gets his first Pokemon. Sneevy. Not all that strong. Even though Pikachu can't use electric moves, it still has Iron Tail and Tackle, or Quick Attack. That should have killed Snivy. It just should have. His Pikachu lost. But then again, it is a show geared for, people that are retarded or kids. But yet I still watch it. And he's just incompetent. And the fact that in Pokemon White there are preschoolers. Another thing about Pokemon, there's preschoolers in Pokemon White. Like 5-year-olds in Pokemon White that have Pokemon. And they're out not near a preschool or with their parents. They're out in the jungle playing on railroad tracks, which are what 5-year-olds should do. And then, have Pokemon. When you have the double battle with your rival, well, with Sharon, very manly name there. With Sharon against those two kids after the 4th gym leader with the two, what is the evolved form of Lillipup? Herdier. I remembered it. The evolved form of Herdier. They're at level 20 freaking 6. I mean, they are a higher level Pokemon. They're only 5 years old, which contradicts the whole Pokemon stuff. Like the series, you have to be 10 in order to have Pokemon. They don't. Obviously, if you're 5, you have level whatever Pokemon. It's kind of insulting, really. And the simple fact that Ash just can't. Oh, another thing. What was it? Like Flint, that episode with Flint and Volkner and stuff. What was he? I think they say that he's 20. Like that they're like both around like age 20. And so Flint goes out with still a Chimchar. He's had Chimchar for like 10 years. Never evolved it. Took him 10 years just to evolve its Chimchar into Infernape. That does not seem plausible. But again, it's a kids show, and I don't know why I'm trying to mess with its logic, flawed though it may be. But whatever, I have nothing else to talk about. No. Oh, I saw Transformers, the third one. It was good. Way better than the second ones. Wanna know why? Because it didn't have Megan Fox in it. Oh god, that is annoying. Megan Fox. She had no... Just that scene in Transformers 2 when she's putting that tattoo, the paint thing, what is it called? Design on that motorcycle. You cannot put a design on a motorcycle like that. You're gonna be in front of it, you know, sitting down, squatting. I'm afraid to say this, but on your knees also, you know, in that position to put it on. You're not gonna be standing above it with your ass in the air in shorty shorts. Or maybe you will be, but you're not going to be doing that, because you're not going to do a good job. So the fact that it zooms into that area, not very. I don't see how. I can see how people think that she's hot, but I don't. I mean, I guess I can call him a friend. He's more of a friend of my cousin, who, you know, he's one of those people that like would sleep with Megan Fox in a heartbeat. Doesn't matter what kind of disease she could have. Like hypothetical, not that she has any diseases, but like hypothetical stuff. Like, even would you sleep with her if she had this or this or this or this? And he would sleep with her no matter what, which is just kind of creepy and kind of dirty. I don't know. You know who's beautiful, you know, hot, and this might sound creepy, but not like in an attractive way, but in like an art way maybe. Like Betty White. Betty White is like 89, almost 90 or so. Look at her. She looks like she's in her 70s or 60s. I mean, she looks really gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I don't want to use hot. It's more of her younger, but I mean, she looks nice for her age. She does not look her age at all. She looks human, not fake, like Angelina Jolie and her skinniness and skeleton-like structure. I don't know. Just not interested in girls that love, or that aren't naturally. There are some people that are actually, you know, naturally thin, and they look it. Their body doesn't look like a skeleton. And that's fine. But I'm just more of a realist. I don't know if I already went over this, but like my brother, and I have a lot of female friends, and they all kind of stood behind me, and they understood why I went in this way, and they were actually proud of me, I guess, if you want to say it that way, because being a guy. Most guys, you know, like, oh, he's a fag because he wants this, but I don't know if I already went over it, but like my brother, you know, he's, you know, the typical teenage male, you know, he wants a poster of 10 sluts in bikinis. Supermodels, let's call it supermodels. It's just kind of not right to judge him unfairly. Anyways, you know, there's like 2 posters at Walmart, you know, supermodels or models in bikinis and stuff. And that's the poster he would want. A poster I would want is a poster of puppies. Because puppies are cute. And, you know, this kind of scared my mom. She's like, I'm never going to have grandkids. And I don't see how that scared her. For the simple fact that, one, I'm a realist. I'm never going to have 10 supermodels in bikinis around me. I will, however, have a lot of puppies. And even if 10 supermodels came up to me and just wanted to rub up on me, I wouldn't want them to, because that is not what I'm into. I'm more into the one female who's more natural and more down to earth, that's not all obsessed with her body. Like, well, I mean, you know, Anne Hathaway. Yeah, Anne Hathaway. She is hot. Anne Hathaway is hot. Reese Witherspoon, also hot. Even though I think they're... Yeah, anyways. But Anne Hathaway, she kind of reminds me of my friend Shauna. But Anne Hathaway is nice. Never really met her, but... Yeah. I'm going to break the video here. Even though this has been nothing but me talking and rambling on about absolutely nothing. Uh, so yeah. But my friends. 'Cause I first told my friend Dana about rather have a poster of puppies than a poster of 10 supermodels in bikinis, and she understood where I was going with it, like shoveling cards. Yeah, but obviously more average. No. More darn it, what's that word? Just more men would want the poster. No, not me. Just one. I mean, I have a calendar. I do have calendars of the Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. I have 2 of them actually, and then one of pure Cocker Spaniels. I don't have a calendar with women on cars. I just don't. I have one of puppies, of dogs, because I love dogs. I don't like cats, but I can talk about cats and dogs in the next part. So, ta-ta.